ఎలక్షన్ అప్డేట్స్ను అందరికంటే ముందుగానే తెలుసుకోవాలంటే ఈరోజే ఆర్టీవీ లైవ్ యాప్ని మీ మొబైల్లో డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి.
హాయ్ హలో వెల్కమ్ టు ఆర్టీవీ హెల్త్. నేను మీ దీప్తి. జనరల్గా మనందరికీ కొన్ని మిత్స్ ఉంటూ ఉంటాయి. అంటే ప్రెగ్నెన్సీలో ఉన్నప్పుడు మంచిగా ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉండాలి అంటే మంచి ఆహారం తీసుకోవాలి, అలానే బెడ్ మీద ఉండి విశ్రాంతి తీసుకోవాలి, అండ్ అలానే ఎలాంటి డైట్ అయితే ఫాలో అయితే మంచిది అని ఆలోచిస్తాం. కానీ ఎవరు ఫిజికల్ హెల్త్ గురించి అంతగా పట్టించుకోరు. అసలు ఫిజికల్ హెల్త్ కానీ యోగా కానీ ఎంతవరకు ఇంపార్టెన్స్ త్రూ అవుట్ ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ, లైక్ కన్సీవ్ అయిన దగ్గర నుంచి చైల్డ్ బర్త్ వరకు ఎంత ఇంపార్టెన్స్ అని ఈరోజు మనం తెలుసుకుందాం. సో ఈ వివరాలన్నీ తెలియజేయడం కోసం మన ముందున్నారు డాక్టర్ గౌరీ కౌస్తుగన్, యోగా కన్సల్టెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ అపోలో క్రెడిల్ అండ్ చిల్డ్రన్స్ హాస్పిటల్స్. హలో మ్యామ్.
Yeah. Namaste Deepthi. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. It's very, very important to understand the importance of yoga, especially in prenatal state. That is, we call it in pregnancy state. Usually, as Deepthi said that we all have this notion that when you are pregnant, you have to be very, very careful. Yes, you have to be careful. But then I would want to use the word you have to be alert and aware. Second thing is we have a fear that if we do some kind of a physical activity, it might be harmful for the baby. All these are the myths which are surrounding the physical activity associated with yoga. But let me tell you and let me assure you, it is not that case. Okay? When the baby is implanted in the uterus, in the womb, it is not something so loose or so the contact of the cells into the uterine wall is so profound and strong that it is not as easy as we think it is to just break it off unless and until there is some physiological issues. So, on a bigger picture, when things are absolutely normal, if you are under normal physical and physiological conditions, it is absolutely advisable to stay physically active. So, the first thing I would want to reiterate about yoga is anybody can do yoga. Even the pregnant lady can do yoga, which is going to bring about a lot of positive physical change in the woman's body, as well as it is going to be very helpful for the baby as well.
So how do you think, like, they have to start from the beginning, or they have to, after conceiving, or like after the 9 months, during the 9 months period?
Yes, it's a very good question, Deepthi. So there are three categories over here. One is it's better you have some physical activity along with you on a daily basis, which has to be minimum of half an hour. It can be walking, running, cycling, yoga, anything. People with such kind of physical activity can start doing pregnancy yoga after 3 months, which is absolutely safe. Second is the people like who have never done any kind of physical activity, they have to start doing yoga after the consultation from the gynecologist, because we have to take into consideration the physiological aspects which is inside the body. Third thing is for the people who have always been doing yoga, in fact they have to kind of be careful and not take their body for granted. So in all these three cases, my main message to everyone over here is do not take your body for granted and do not do anything, especially when it comes to yoga, unless you have a yoga expert in front of you.
Okay. So people generally think that, okay, they told me to do physical activity, so I will do by my own,
Yes.
and they won't have any guidance regarding. So how do you tell about that?
Again, a very good question. It's very important for you to understand everyone's body is different. Everyone, the point of time in which they are getting pregnant is different, and under circumstances in which they are pregnant is different. So it can't be generalized.
Okay.
It has to be very, specific in the sense it has to cater to their physical, physiological, emotional and mental well-being. So all this holistic approach we can definitely give in yoga.
Okay. So what do you say, ma'am, after a childbirth, like what is the journey of the mother and a baby?
Yeah.
Like how do you take about that?
So before getting to the part where the mother has given birth to the baby, a little bit I want to go back The journey starts the moment the baby is inside the mother's womb. So it's a journey together of the mother and the child. So it is a bonding phase which is going to be, the baby is going to cherish that bond up until that person is going to die. So we have to really work towards it, especially emotionally and mentally. The bond between the mother and child is established during all the trimesters. It's not that it is very heavy in the first trimester or too much in the third trimester, but the entire journey we have to establish that bond between mother and child. And the second part is, as you told, after the childbirth, the bond is kind of established more and more in a way that you can see that the child is kind of behaving in almost the similar way, the kind of emotions you had during your pregnancy. You can see that. You can see that in the child. So if you want a happy baby, so if you want a nice baby, if you want a baby who is not very hyperactive, which we see nowadays, so then you need to be calm, you need to be composed, and you need to have a disciplined life, so as to bringing the progeny which is calm, disciplined, and integrated.
So ma'am, how do you tell, like, what is the importance of this yoga to women, especially women? What is the importance of this yoga throughout the childbirth?
Yes, yoga for women, especially during her pregnancy, is going to play a very important role. As I said, yoga caters to the need of physical, emotional, mental, and one more thing which people don't speak is spiritual well-being. So this is a holistic approach which is entirely rooted in the well-being of any human being on this earth. So yoga is definitely going to help. So if pregnant ladies are going to do yoga, let us assume everyone is going to do yoga during pregnancy, we can definitely say that the progeny, the next generation, is going to be very healthier and smarter. The closing line I would say over here is, there are innumerable ways to go away from this world. There are innumerable ways to exit this world, but there is only one way to enter this world, and that is only and only through a mother's womb. So everyone, you better understand the importance of you being a mother for a better kid in your family, giving it to the society, and then giving it to the nation. As I always say, healthy mothers lead to happy families, which again leads to a healthy world. Thank you so much.
Thank you ma'am, thank you so much for the information you shared, because it's a very important information, especially for women. Thank you so much.
Namaskar.
సో చూసారు కదండి, యోగా అనేది ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంటో త్రూఅవుట్ ప్రెగ్నెన్సీలో మనకి డాక్టర్ గారు తెలియజేశారు. సో ఇది వాటి మన ఇంటర్వ్యూ. మళ్ళీ మరో ఇంటర్వ్యూతో మీ ముందుంటాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
నమస్తే అండి. ఇది వ్యాపారం గురించి కాదు, ఓటు గురించి. ఎన్నికల్లో ఓటు వేయడం మన హక్కు మాత్రమే కాదు, కర్తవ్యం. ఎంతో మంది మహా నేతలు శ్రమించి ప్రాణత్యాగం చేసి ఈ అవకాశాన్ని మనకిప్పించారు. అందరూ ఓటు వేద్దాం. ఎందుకంటే ఓటు హక్కు ఊరికే రాదు. నా ఓటు ఎవరికో తెలుసా? అది సీక్రెట్ అండి.